Hello, this is Nightroom from Clockwork Forge Games. I recently started a personal project where you play as a food truck driver and must sell food, as the job implies, to the people in the city. Having started this project last week, I'm going to show my game development process as the game goes forward. This game is made in Java. That being said, let's take a look at the project. This is the current menu. It is rather shoddy, though I am not too concerned with the look or the feel of the menu yet. Instead, I want the game to be playable. So as you see, this arrow may be a bit above this arrow, the small wheels up here may be a bit off center, and this button is just atrocious, with the start game being in the top left of the button. However, once again, I am only concerned with the functionality of the button right now, versus how well it looks. If we go left, well, that was right, or left, we can see that the name up here changes. There are currently 3 maps. However, I'm going to go with Smallville because it best shows the work on the game, and it is a moderately sized map. If we hit start game, it will take us in, and we can start. As you see up here, we have a time that increments. Up here, we see the day, and our player starts in this light green box. This is going to be our home. It will be better indicated in the future, but for now, this works. The time up here increments pretty quickly. This may be slowed down due to testing purposes, but for now, this works. Once it reaches 0, the day increments, and the time starts back. If we hit this white box down here, this ends the day and takes us back to 7 o'clock and increments the day once more. If we hit it again, and again, you'll see that the day still increments, and that the time keeps starting over at 7 o'clock. Let's drive around and see what the driving is like. As you see, we can rotate the car. While regular cars cannot just rotate without moving forward, this will be adjusted later on in the game. However, for now, just a simple rotation is fine. We can move forward and backwards as well, or any combination of the two. So let's travel around the city. If you drive around, we'll see that the sidewalks merge into other sidewalks, and they're blocked by these buildings. At the edge of the maps, we see this dark blue sea at the moment. This will be fixed later on. However, this also works just for the time being. Once again, not worried about the look and feel of the game. I am currently using a graphing system to control where different streets are and how they interact with the streets around them. So, if we go into this intersection here, we see there's a street above, to the right, and below, but not to the left. Using the graph, we can check this street's neighbors, and then if there is a building, we simply put a sidewalk there, whereas if there is no building, we don't need to put a sidewalk down at all. I'm also using a color mapping method, using a PNG file in pixel colors, to choose what type of object is put down, be it a building, road, or our home back up there. Currently, I'm using a black for the streets and white pixels for the buildings. Later on, I may add more items like a beach, or a museum, or parks, or other amenities that a city might offer, which are good places for a food truck driver to sell. I'm especially looking forward to having a comic convention in this city. However, that will be farther on down the line. If we go back up here, you'll see that in this 2x2 grid of streets, there are no buildings directly next to them, and instead we get this sidewalk in the middle of the street. This is actually a pretty cool idea, where customers are able to just cross the street here and have some kind of larger intersection here that the other cars may interact with. You can currently drive on the sidewalk. However, this is probably not the safest idea, and you may run over customers, and I implore you not to do this in real life. You do not, under any circumstance, want to drive on the sidewalk. Continuing on, we'll just keep looking around the map, and I believe there's not much else to show. There is a small collision issue, where if you get too close to the wall, you'll get this vibration going on, and you may get stuck. However, typically you can get out of this, and I'm currently figuring out the best way to deal with collisions in this game. For the time being, you just get this weird jitter going on. If you have any questions about the game development, feel free to follow me on YouTube, or you can check out my company, Clockwork Forge Games, on our website, which will also be linked in the description. Thank you for following, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing where this game takes me, and I hope you are interested as well. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.